A very good evening to all of you. Gurubhyo Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Taking the blessings of Gurus and taking the blessing of my guide Dr. Channabaswanya sir, who has guided me throughout my UG and PG life, I would like to start this session. First of all, I would like to congratulate Tadvita Sambhasha Parishad for arranging this live series, which will be helpful to all the BMS students starting from the first year BMS to the final year BMS. And I am very thankful to the organizing committee members for giving me this opportunity to deliver some topics in this platform. I am very thankful. Thank you all. So, myself Dr. Nivedita, Assistant Professor, Department of Panchakarma, Akkamadevi Ayurvedic Medical College, Bidar. So today I am going to start the session with the introduction to the Panchakarma. We will discuss here regarding the introduction and regarding the importance of Panchakarma, regarding the benefit of Panchakarma, and regarding all the aspect of the Shodhana. Before going to start with this session, I would like to clear some misconception regarding this Panchakarma. Panchakarma, not only some people believe that Panchakarma is only the massage therapy. So it is nothing like that. By seeing the posters and all, everyone thinks that it is a massage therapy and it is just a Shirodhara procedure or somewhat Kati Basti and all these procedure. So it is not only those things, but also very important. It is one of the Shodhana procedures are included in this Panchakarma. Not only the Shodhana procedures, but also the Brahmana therapy, Langhana, Lekhana, everything is included in this Panchakarma. So it is having importance over all the aspect of all the subjects in our Ayurveda. So now when it comes to the definition or reference regarding the Panchakarma, when you look at the word Pancha and Karma, Pancha means 5, Karma means the procedure. So in Charaka Samhita, 2nd chapter 15th shloka of the Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana 2nd chapter 15th shloka, over that Chakarpani has commented over it and said that Lakshana of the this karma. What is meant by karma? Karma is nothing but the Bahu iti kartavyata yogi dosha nirharana shaktir jayatsvam. He has explained regarding the karma and said that the therapy which does the Bahu iti kartavya. The karma means which does the multi-dimensional activities and which does the dosha nirharana. That is known as karma. Then comes to the Pancha word. Why Pancha word has been given here? Why not the Ashta or Navami like that? So there are some reasons are there. Let us see that. When it comes to the Pancha word, it is somewhat Mangalavachaka, or you can say that it is some Rudita pada. What is meant by Rudita here? Let us take the example of the Panga. Panka means as you know, it is nothing but Kichad, we can say Kichad. When we hear the word Panka, we will be reminding the Kamala. जैसे कीचड़ का वर्ड सुनते ही आपको कमल का याद आता है, मीन्स कीचड़ में कमल खिलते हैं. In the same way, the main procedures or the importance has been given for the 5 basic or 5 Shodhana therapies. That's why the main 5 Pancha word has been given here. And there are some other reasons. Rudita, first one, and Dosha Pradhanyatva, that is 3 doshas which has been explained in our Ayurveda, that 3 dosha expulsion or dosha nirharana with the help of these therapies. So importance has been given to these 5 therapies. Then Karma Pradhanatva and Marga Samipya Dosha Harana, that is the doshas which can be removed from our body, either might be upper root or the lower root. So Marga Samipa is there. So these might be the reason so that the word pancha has been taken here. In general, if you want to see that the basic 5 therapies, that is Shodhana therapies, are included in the Panchakarma. As I told earlier, Panchakarma not only includes the 5 basic therapy or 5 Shodhana therapy, but also some other therapies. But importance has been given for these 5 therapies as it removes the dosha from its root level. It does the Shodhana effect. So here the Panchakarma or Pancha word has been taken. When it comes to the reference regarding the Panchakarma, the first reference available in the Charaka Samhita. Okay, Charaka Samhita, 2nd chapter, 15th shloka, Charaka has explained he has explained regarding the word Panchakarma. He said in a quotation that the quotation goes like this: Upasthita doshanam Tani upasthita doshanam sneha svedopapādane Panchakarmani kurvita matra kala vicharane. According to Charaka, he is first person who has elaborated or explained the word regarding the Panchakarma. He said that Tani upasthita doshanam, when upasthita dosha is there, then you have to follow the snehana and svedana, then followed by the Panchakarma. By considering the matra and the kala. By considering the matra and kala, you have, when the upasthita dosha avastha is there, you have to give the snehana and svedana followed by the Panchakarma. So this is a reference which is available in the Charaka Sutrasthana 2nd chapter 15th shloka. So by hearing the word upasthita, there arises a question: what is meant by upasthita? So upasthita dosha means what? So over this the Chakrapani has commented and clarified regarding this word. He has explained upasthita doshanam iti shaka tektva koshta agamanena tatha linatva parityagena pradhanavastha prapti doshanam iti. He has clearly clarified the doubt regarding the upasthita dosha. Upasthita dosha means shaka tektva, the doshas which move from the shaka to the koshta, and it has detached from all the shotas and all these things, and it is moving towards the koshta. Okay, those doshas is avastha, it is known as upasthita dosha. It means, in simple language, if you want to say that, aggravated dosha or vitiated dosha which is ready to move from the shaka to the koshta, that is known as upasthita dosha. So it is clear. And so many other references are also available in Charaka Samhita regarding the word Panchakarma. Asti Ashranam Vadhinam Panchakarmani Kurvita. Like this, Asti Ashrama Vadhi also, Panchakarma has been mentioned by the same Charaka in the Charaka Samhita. So like this, so many reference we will see in Charaka Samhita, Sushruta, as well as in the Ashtanga Hridaya also. So here Charaka has explained regarding the word Panchakarma. The reference is available. Then comes to the definition. So this Mukundalal Divivedi, he has explained or he has defined the word Panchakarma. According to him, स्नेह स्वेदादि द्वारा शरीरस्य उत्कृष्ट दोषाणां तथा असन्न मार्गेण बहिर्निर्हरण कृतत्वं शमशमनं कृतत्वं च पंचकर्मत्वम्. So it is also same like that of the, he has also elaborated same like that of the Charaka only. When sneha svedadi dwara sharirasya utklishta doshanam, when there is a utklishta dosha, and again you have to increase the dosha by giving the snehana and the svedana, so that it can be removed from the body either urdhva or adobhaga. So this is known as panchakarma. Panchakarma is nothing but the shodhana therapies as well as some other therapies. It will be clarified today. Then evolution of the panchakarma. Where does from where it has evaluated, or where does we'll see the reference. We have seen the reference in this Charaka Samhita and all. So first of all, when it comes to the Vedic period, in Vedas or Vedic period, there was a mantra chikitsa. So we will get a reference there regarding they will say that by mantra chikitsa, I will remove your dosha which is located in your head from the nose. So from this reference it is clear that this might be regarding the nasya karma. Okay, it is might be the Nasya Karma procedure, but we will not see any in detail reference regarding this procedure. Then Charaka is the again we get the reference of the Panchakarma or Shodhana therapy in the Charaka Samhita only. So in the Charaka Chikitsa Sthana, first chapter, that is in the Rasayana, that is Chikitsa Sthana first chapter, Rasayana first pada, Abhayamalaki Rasayana pada. In that, when he was explaining regarding the Rasayana concept, he has explained the Rasayana concept to increase the lifespan, to increase the longevity, to provide the good health. So he has explained regarding the Rasayana. So to increase the lifespan and to be healthy and to live the life more than 100 of years, he had explained about the Rasayana. By consuming the Rasayana therapy or consuming the Rasayana things, it is nothing but the rejuvenating. So by consuming those Rasayana therapies or taking that Rasayana therapy, the longevity will increase. So in that concept, he has explained regarding the Shodhana. Without doing the Shodhana, if Rasayana is given, it will have some little effect. It will have its effect, but it will have some little effect. So he has explained the Shodhana there. In the first pada of the Charaka Samhita, he has explained regarding the Shodhana. Without undergoing Shodhana, you should not give the Rasayana. First of all, you should give the Shodhana therapies followed by the Rasayana therapy. This is also mentioned in the Shushruta Samhita also. Shushruta Chikitsa Sthana also he has explained na avishuddha sarirasa yukti rasayana vidhi na bhati vasasi klishta ranga yoga yuvahike. He gives a simile that while explaining the Rasayana and Shodhana importance over the Rasayana, he says that if you want to give the Rasayana therapy, you have to undergo the Shodhana therapy. Na vishuddha sharisa, without the Shuddha or Shodhana of the body, if you give the Rasayana, then he gives a simile. What does it mean? He gives a simile in the second line. He says that when unclean cloth is dipped in a water or color containing, if it dipped in that water, then it will not acquire that color. So in simple, if you dip the unclean cloth in a water containing some any dye material, it will not acquire that dye or it will not acquire that color. If you clean it well and if you dip it, then it will acquire its color. So in the same way, if Rasayana is given without Shodhana, then it will not get its benefits. So if you done with the Shodhana, then if you are given the Rasayana therapy, it will be more effective. So Shushruta also has given importance over the Shodhana therapies. So it is clear that importance of Shodhana or importance of Panchakarma over the Rasayana therapy. Then evolution also you have done. Then comes to the importance. Here we will get again the doubt. One doubt is arised here. What is meant by Shodhana and what is meant by Panchakarma? Is Panchakarma and Pancha Shodhanas are same or something different? There arises a question. So it is cleared. It is cleared in the Ashtanga Hridaya. So he has quoted in a quotation that Bahir dosha panchada nirho vamana kaya shiro viroko ashrut vishruti. That Ashtanga Hridayakara has explained Pancha Shodhanas are nirha, vamana, kaya, that is kaya virechana, then shiro virechana, ashrut vishruti. Ashrut vishruti means nothing but the rakta mokshana. He has explained regarding the Pancha Shodhana. When it comes to the Charaka explained Panchakarma as Vamana, Virechana, Niruha, that is Niroha Basti, Anuvasana Basti, and Nasya Karma, that is Shiro Virechana. So according to Charaka, the Panchakarmas are these. Okay, according to Shushruta also, he has not considered both Basti, but he has considered under one therapy, and he has also included the Rakta Mokshana in the Panchakarma. So here arises why Charaka has not included Rakta Mokshana, why Shushruta has included Rakta Mokshana. It is clear that In this Charaka is Atreya followers. They have not considered. There are some reasons. The reasons go, if you consider the what you call Rakta is a Chaturdosha. If you consider Rakta as a Chaturdosha, then Shushruta has considered this concept. He has considered Rakta as a Chaturdosha. That's why he is included under the Panchashodhanas. But this Charaka has not included or not considered Rakta Mokshana as a Chaturveda dosha. And in Rakta Mokshana, normal, the Kritrima Marga is adapted here. Normal passage is not adapted for the dosha nirharana. A Kritrima Marga, artificially we will do some margas for dosha nirharana of the Rakta. So Charaka has not included. In simple, if you want to say, Charaka has not considered Rakta Mokshana because he has not considered this Rakta as a Chaturdosha, and Kritrima Marga is adapted for the dosha nirharana. Then comes to the Shushruta, has considered Rakta is a Chaturdosha, and he has for Pitta nirharana he can adapt this Rakta Mokshana, that's why he has considered. So Charaka has considered Chaturvidha Samshuddhi except the Anuvasana Basti. Okay, except the Anuvasana Basti, Chaturvidha therapy, the 4 therapies are considered as Samshodhana, as it does the Dosha Nirharana. So what are those? Vamana, Virechana, Niruha and Nasya. These 4 therapies are considered as Chaturvidha Samshuddhi. This is according to the Charaka. He has not considered Anuvasana Basti as a this Shodhana because it does the Brahmana effect. When it comes to the Shushruta, he has considered all these 5 procedures under the Shodhana as a dosha nirharana can be taken place with the help of these 5 therapies. So it is clear that Charaka, according to Charaka and the Shushruta. Panchakarma and the Panchashodhana. Panchakarma not only it's considered as a Shodhana but also considered as a Brahmana, Lekhana, Langhana and all so many procedures are included in the Panchakarma. It is somewhat vast. When it comes to the Shodhana, it does the dosha nirharana. In simple, if you want to say that, Shodhana means elimination of the doshas either from the upper root or through the lower root. So in Sharangadhara also it has been mentioned. Then comes to the Panchakarma and Panchashodhana, it's completed. Then importance of the Panchakarma over all the 8 branches of Ayurveda. So you know that 8 branches of Ayurveda: Kaya, Bala, Graha, Urdhva, Shalya, Dramshta, Jara, Vrusha. So these 8 branches, why this Panchakarma has not included? So it is having so much importance and also it has not included. Why? Because it is having importance over all the 8 branches of this Ayurveda. How it is considered as the 8 importance over all the 8 branches of Ayurveda? When it consider, if you see the examples, I will give some examples in this. Why Panchakarma has been given importance and it is having importance over all the branches of the Ayurveda. First of all, in Kaya Chikitsa, there are so many diseases which can be cured with the help of the Shamana Chikitsa. Yes, of course, I agree that so many Shamana Aushadhis are there which can be given in some disease condition so that the disease can be cured. But if you consider the Shodhana, if Shodhana is given, then if you give the Shamana Aushadhi, then it will be more effective. Then Bala Roga, when it comes to the Bala Roga, Navajata Shishu Paricharya will give the Vamana, that is with the help of Sarpi and with the help of the Sarpi and the Saindhava we will give the Vamana therapy. Vamana means we will give Vamana so that Panchakarma has been included in the Bala Roga. Like example, in another example we can say that in case of the Fakka Roga, we will give the Shashtika Shali Pinda Sveda as a Svedana procedure. Okay. So there are so many other examples. Snehana also we will give and Virechana also we will give with the help of the Eranda Taila. So it goes on like this. Then comes to the this next Prasuti Tantra. So importance of Panchakarma over the Prasuti Tantra. When it comes to the Prasava, during the 8th month of the pregnancy, Basti is advised. And also in Shodhana, in case of the Stanya Dushti, Shodhana is also mentioned in case of Stanya Dushti. And when it comes to the Stri Roga, Yoni Vapadas. So in Chikitsa Sutra or Chikitsa of the Yoni Vapadas, there are so many Panchakarma procedures are mentioned. For example, if you take Vataja Yoni Roga, in that Snehana is followed, Svedana is followed, then Vamana is followed, and Virechana is followed. Basti and this Uttara Basti has been mentioned. Then Pittaja Yoni Vapada, Virechana is explained there, and Uttara Basti is explained. Then comes to the Kafaja Yoni Rogas. In that also Basti, Uttara Basti has been mentioned, and mainly Vamana is mentioned. So like this, the Panchakarma therapies has been mentioned in all the Yoni Vapada, Yoni Chikitsa, Yoni Vapad Chikitsa. Then comes to the Graha Rogas. In Graha Rogas also, especially the Revati and Putana Graha, then indication of the Sarpi, that is Abhanga, Parisheka, and all these are mentioned in the Graha Rogas also, Grutapana. So Parisheka also has been mentioned here. Then next come to the Shalakya Tantra. In Shalakya Tantra also, there if you will get so many Panchakarma procedures which is followed. Example, in the Netra Rogas, Akshi Tarpana, in Nasagata Rogas, Nase has been mentioned, and Shiropichu, and all these Urdhva, for mainly the Urdhva Jatrugata Rogas, Nase is considered as the best treatment. So here, if the dosha predominant is there, if Kapha dosha predominant is there, Vamana is mentioned. If Pitta dosha predominant is there, Virechana is mentioned. If Vata, the predominant diseases are there, then Basti is mentioned. Like this, the Panchakarma procedures are also explained in the Shalakya Tantra. Then comes to the, then next is Shalya Tantra. In Shashti Upakrama of the Vrana, there are mentioned so many Panchakarmas procedures in the Shashti Upakrama of the Panchakarma. Then comes to the, in the lower fracture or Kati Asti Bhagna, Basti has been mentioned. In upper bone fracture, Nase has been mentioned. In lower lower extremity fracture, this again the same Basti has been mentioned, Anvasana Basti. Like this, same procedures are mentioned in the Shalya Tantra also. Then comes to the Agada Tantra. In the Stavara Visha Chikitsa, in the Stavara Visha Chikitsa also, so many procedure has been explained. Like example, in Stavara Visha Vega, first Vega, Vamana is indicated. In the second Vega, Vamana along with Virechana also mentioned here. So like this, importance of Panchakarma over all the branches or over all the aspects, it has been mentioned in our Samhitas. Then comes to the importance of Panchakarma over the Swastha, over the Roga, that is Roganusara Panchakarma, and before giving the Rasayana concept. The same importance has been given, and the same Charaka has mentioned it in his in the Sutrasthana 16th chapter. So many he has mentioned. So the effect or the benefits of the Samshodhana, indication of the Shodhana, as well as the importance of the Shodhana he has mentioned in the Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana 16th chapter he has mentioned regarding this. So when you go to step by step, Panchakarma in the Swastha, okay, how there we will get a reference regarding the Swastha Panchakarma, importance of Panchakarma in the Swastha. If you consider Rutu Anusara Panchakarma and Dinacharya Panchakarma, importance in the Dinacharya. Example, if you take in the Dinacharya, we will follow Abhyanga in the Dinacharya, that is also a Panchakarma. If you follow, you will follow the Udvartana, Padabhyanga. So many other procedures are also followed in the Dinacharya. Then importance of Panchakarma over the Rutu, Rutu Anusara Panchakarmas. Example, in the Vasanta Rutu, Vamana is indicated, and in the Sharad Rutu, Virechana is indicated, and in the Varsha Rutu, Basti is indicated. So this goes like to prevent the further coming diseases, these Shodhana procedures are mentioned by our acharyas. If you follow these Shodhana procedures, then forthcoming disease can be prevented. Okay, for prevention of the diseases, it has been mentioned all the Ritu Anusara Panchakarmas. Then comes to the importance. Then Charaka has quoted a quotation: Doshanam cha dhruvanam cha moolu anupahate sati roganam cha prasavanam cha ghatanam agati dhruvam. So in the Sutrasthana 16th chapter he has mentioned this quotation: Doshanam cha dhruvanam moola anupahate sati roganam cha prasanam cha gatanam agati dhruvam. It means that if you remove the doshanam cha dhruvanam, if you remove the doshas from its root level, then the disease will not occur. Means it will the diseases will not reoccur. Then what does it mean? Why the importance has been given here? Let us take if a tree is grown, or if tree is cutted from its root level. The another quotation you will get. So in the another quotation of the Charaka Samhita, Malapaham Rogaharam Balavarna Prasadanam. In this Swastha he has mentioned regarding this that Malapaham Rogaharam Balavarna Prasadanam Pitvam Samshodhanam Sammegayusha Yujate Chiram. This is explained by the same Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana. It means that Malapaham. Malapaham means it is nothing but in decrease or the elevation of the doshas. Mala. Either it may be Tridosha or Mutra Purusha, etc. Then Rogaharam. Rogaharam, it means curing the diseases. Bala Varna Prasadanam. It increases the Bala and the Varna. Then next. Pitvam Samshodhanam Sammega Ayusha Mahalapaham Rogaharam Balavarna Prasadanam Pitvam Samshodhanam Sammega Ayusha Jati Chiram. It has been mentioned. So importance has been given here. Then in again in the Charaka Samhita 16th chapter, Charaka has mentioned about the importance of Shodhana. So again the quotation goes like this. So Doshanam cha dhruvanam cha moola anupate sati roganam cha prasanam cha gatanam agati dhruvam. So the importance has been mentioned. Then comes to the this is the importance of Panchakarma over the Swastha and importance of Panchakarma over the Roga. How the in Roga or disease condition, how Panchakarma will affect. When it comes to the disease Roga Anusara, so in Vataja Rogas mainly Basti is considered as Ardha Chikitsa or Sampurna Chikitsa, which has been explained in the Siddhisthana of the Charaka Samhita. He has considered Basti as a Ardha Chikitsa or the Purna Chikitsa. Some acharyas consider it as the Purna Chikitsa. So importance has been given in the disease condition. In the case of the Vataja Rogas, if you give the Basti, it is considered as the Purna Chikitsa or the Ardha Chikitsa. Then comes to the in the Pittaja Rogas or Pittanubandha Rogas, the Virechana has been explained in the for elimination of the dosh, Pitta Nirharana, Virechana is advised. When it comes to the Kafaja, so I have told earlier only, for the Kapha dosha Nirharana in the Vasanta Rutu, it is normal. So for prevention of the disease, Rutu Anusara Shodhana has been mentioned. But when it comes to the Roga Anusara, so here in case of the Pittaja Roga as well as in the Raktaja Roga, this Virechana has been mentioned here. This is Roga Anusara Panchakarma. And third important topic, that third important point, before the starting of the Rasayana therapy. So before starting of any Rasayana therapy, if we follow the this what you call Samshodhana therapy, then it will be more helpful, because as Acharya mentioned that without undergoing the Samshodhana therapy, if you give the Rasayana, it will not be effective. As Shushruta also quoted the same, and Charaka also has quoted the same things. Then comes to the importance. Then we'll discuss regarding the benefits. So I have told that Panchakarma and the Panchashodhana I have explained here. So what is the benefit of the Shodhana? Here we will see. So benefits are indication of the Shodhana. So what is meant, there are Charaka also quoted in the same chapter, that is in the 16th chapter, regarding the benefits are the benefits of the Shodhana, and also regarding the indication of the Shodhana. The indication as well as the benefit has been mentioned in this Charaka Samhita Sutrasthana, that is on 16th chapter only he has mentioned regarding this. Then indication of the this what you call Shodhana. अविपाक अरुचि स्थौल्य पांडुत गौरवं क्लमः पीडकोटकण्डूनां सम्भवो अरतिरेव च श्रम आलस्य दौर्बल्यं दौर्गन्ध्यम् अवसादकः श्लेष्मपित्तसमुत्क्लेशो निद्रनाशो अतिनिद्रतः तन्त्रक्लभ्यं बुद्धित्वम् अशस्त्रस्वप्नदर्शनं बल that is बलवर्णप्रणशश तृप्यते ब्रह्मणरपि. The last two line is very important, that is बहुदोषस्य लिंगानि तस्मै संशोधनं हितम् ऊर्ध्वचानुलोमनं यथा दोष यथा बलम. This is mentioned in the Charaka Sutrasthana 16th chapter. He has quoted and he has indicated the for this Shodhana, indication of the Shodhana. So in these disease condition you have to give the Shodhana therapies. But the last second line, that is बहुदोषस्य लिंगानि तस्मै संशोधनं हितम् ऊर्ध्वचरणलोमनं यथा दोषं यथा बलम. It means if there is a bahudosha avastha, then you have to give the compulsorily you have to give the samshodhana therapy. If you don't give the samshodhana in this, then there will not be any effective. If you have to give the samshodhana in the bahudosha avastha. Then comes to the importance of this shodhana. Then in the same chapter he has mentioned regarding the importance of the shodhana. The quotation goes like this. एवं विशुद्ध कोष्ठस्य काय अग्निरभिवर्धते व्याधिश्च उपशम्यन्ति प्रकृतिश्च अनुवर्तते इंद्रियाणि मनोबुद्धिवर्णस्य प्रसिद्धिति बलं पुष्टिम् अपत्यं च वृषत चास्य जायते जरा कृच्छ्रेण लभते चिरं जीवत्य अनामयः तस्मात् संशोधनं काले युक्तियुक्त पिबेनरः. So it is mentioned importance of the Shodhana in this context. So what is the importance of Shodhana here? Evam Vishuddha Koshtasya. It does the Vishuddhana of the Koshta. And Kaya Agni Abhivardate. Means the Agni or the Kaya Agni, it gets enhanced. Jatra Agni get increased after the Samshodhana. Vadhyasya Upashamyanti. The Vadhi or the disease get cured. Then comes to the Prakritisha Anuvartate. Then Stapana or Prakriti Stapana occurs. Indriyani Mano Buddhi Varna. This get prasadana. Balam pushtim apratyam cha vrishita chasa jayate. Then all this bala pushti also increases. These are all the benefits of the and jara krichrena labate chiram jivatya namayha. We will be having that healthy life with increases the lifespan, increases the means helps in healthy life and increases the lifespan. These are all the importance or you can say benefits of the Shodhana that is been mentioned by the Charaka. So we have seen the importance of Panchakarma over all the branches and importance of this importance or you can say benefits of the Shodhana, benefits of the indication of the this Shodhana and all this. It is clear from the above quotation that Panchakarma does the Shodhana effect. Okay, don't get confused that Panchakarma itself is a Shodhana, but also it is act as a Brahmana, Langana, all those things. In simple, if you want to say that removing the doshas from the body, either from the upper or the lower passage, it is known as the Samshodhana. So if you does the Samshodhana, then the disease or we can say the doshas will be removed from its root level. Okay, much more importance has been given for the Samshodhana. So let us take the example. If any something disease has occurred, you want to cure that disease. If you give just the Shamshamana Chikitsa, okay, if you give Shamshamana Chikitsa, then what will happen? After giving the Langhana, Pachana and all the Shamana Chikitsa, there might be a chance of reoccurrence of the disease because the doshas which has aggravated, it has not removed from its root level from the body. So this processes has been mentioned, like samshodhana has importance has been given for this samshodhana to remove the doshas from its root level. If you give the treatment, then it will be more effective. So importance has been given for this samshodhana therapy. Then comes to the what are the things should be considered before giving the samshodhana. That is also important thing. Okay, what factors should be considered before giving the samshodhana therapy? So there are 11 factors that should be considered before giving the samshodhana. That is dosha, bheshaja, desha, kala, bala, sharira, sattva, satmya, then prakriti, vaya. These are all the 11 factors should be considered before giving the panchakarma. Okay. Then so one more important thing, these two important things also should be considered before giving the samshodhana or panchakarma. What are those? That is kosta and agni. These play a vital role. These play important role in the panchakarma therapy. Starting from the pura karma, that is snehana svedana, starting from the pura karma to the main karma, these play important role. That is agni and the kosta. So by considering the agni and the kosta, you have to give this panchakarma procedure. Then what is meant by agni and why? What is importance here? Agni and for this kosta, as you know that there are 3 types of kosta: mrudu, madhyama and krura kosta. Example, if you are giving any panchakarma therapy, example if you are giving the vamana or any virechana, so before giving any panchakarma, you have to give the purva karmas is important regarding the panchakarma. Pura karmas, pradhana karma and pashat karma. The panchakarma is we can divide like this: pura karma, pradhana karma and the pashat karma. So importance has been given for the purva karma. So in detail, if you see regarding the purva karma, its action, clinical utility and all these things, we will see in the next class. But before that, we will see this importance. So let us consider, if you are giving the vamana or the virechana therapies, then we will follow the snehana and svedana as a purva karma. During this giving, when we will give the snehana, okay, you have not considered the this kosta and the agni, then what will happen? Then the samshodhana effect will not be there. Or example, mrudu kosta person, if mrudu kosta person is there, if you are giving the snehapana, so if you are giving the high dose, you can say that there are 3 types of the snehana. As in further class I will be dealing with these topics. So snehana, uttama, snehamatra, madhyama and pravara, uttama and this avara. So if you are giving the uttama matra of sneha in a mrudu kosta, then it will creates a complication. Then in krura kosta, if you are giving the avara matra, then also snehana effect will not be there. So you have to consider the kosta here. Kosta importance is there in the starting from the purva karma and the main procedures. So in the main procedure, how the importance is there means, like if you are giving the vamana dravyas or virechana dravyas, let us take the virechana example. In a mrudu kosta, mild laxative or mild virechana dravyas causes the virechana. But krura kosta is there, if you are giving the mild virechana dravya, then it will not causes any virechana. So assessment of the this kosta is very important. Either he is of mrudu kosta person, madhyama kosta person or krura kosta person. That is so important. Then by considering these things, you have to follow the snehapana or the main procedures like vamana, virechana, all those things. Then about the agni. So there comes abhyavarana shakti and the jarana shakti. So jarana shakti means the digestive capacity, how much he is able to digest, and abhyavarana shakti means intake of the food, the capacity of intake of the food. So when it comes to the jarana shakti, capacity of the food intake, so how much quantity he will take, that is important. So it is you can say by seeing the lakshana we can assume Madhava Nidhana. Madhava Nidhana 6th chapter has been mentioned some lakshanas of the Jarana Shakti, that is digestive capacity is mentioned. In that we can give a scoring method also we can give and analyze the this Jarana Shakti. Example, let us take the lakshanas of the Jarana Shakti: Utsaha, Labhuta, then Udgara Shuddhi. So these, by seeing their lakshanas, Trishna, then Shuddh, by seeing these lakshanas, we can we can consider some scoring system. Example, if all these symptoms are there, then he is a Uttamar Pravara. If some 2-3 symptoms are there, then Madhyama. If not at all showing these symptoms, then Avara. Okay, we can give some gradings and we can consider like this. Then comes to the Abhyavarana Shakti, capacity of intake of food. How many times he is taking the food? Normally, if you are taking the food, normal food for 2 times, then Uttama, or can say Pravara. If you are not at all taking the food, then Avara. If you is taking a limit quantity of food, then we can consider as a Madhyama. So we can consider like this, and importance has been given for this also. Depend on this only the whole the Snehana and the Panchakarma procedures, it's depend. So the importance of the Kostam, the importance of the Agni is important in the Panchakarma regarding this. Then in the introduction part will be what we have covered today regarding the word Panchakarma. Okay, in 5 minutes just we will revise it. The word Panchakarma, why the Pancha word has been given, why not the Shashta or Ashta, like that. Then what is meant by the karma, the Chakrapani has clearly mentioned regarding the karma lakshanas. Then regarding the according to Charaka, how many panchakarmas are there. Then according to Sushruta, why he has not considered why he has considered the Rakta as a this Rakta under this Panchakarma. Then importance of Panchakarma in the Swastha, importance of Panchakarma in over the Roganusar Panchakarma, and importance of Panchakarma before giving the Rasayana therapy. So importance of Panchakarma over all the 8 branches of the Ayurveda, that is Ashtanga Ayurveda. Then we have seen the Shodhana, then we have seen the benefits of Shodhana, then we have seen indication of Shodhana, then importance. So by this I want to conclude that importance has been given for Panchakarma because it does the Shodhana mainly. Okay, Shodhana is very important, so importance has been given for this Panchakarma or Pancha Shodhana, and its importance over all the branches. And in the next class I will be dealing regarding the importance of the Purva Karma, what are the Purva Karma and what is the importance, and what are the Paschat Karmas, what is Samsarjana Krama. So we will be seeing all these in the next class. Thank you. Hope you all have understood. If any queries, you just put it in the comment box. I will rectify it. Thank you.